We have AaronAnnable, who's the Counsel for the Government of Canada. Aaron, great to have you this afternoon.
Thanks, Mark. Great to be here.
Great to have you again.
Yes, absolutely.
So, entrepreneurs right away probably go, Consul to Canada? What does that have to do with entrepreneurship and business?
Well, I think it has a lot to do with entrepreneurship and business. Our office is in Boston. We cover New England, and a big part of why we're there is to increase commercial activity and business ties between Canada and New England, not only to help Canadian businesses who are seeking to get a foothold in the market here, and sometimes to set up shop, but also to encourage cross-border business activity, which is so important to both countries. Our numbers tell us that I think trade crosses the border at about $1 million a minute, which is a pretty amazing statistic.
Mark, are you getting any of that?
I think Canada is the next place to go, but it's interesting to have Canadian entrepreneurs back in our territory.
I'm going to Canada this week. I have a couple of speeches, but I'm not getting anything close to $1 million a minute.
No, we're looking forward to it. You know, the interesting thing about it is, you probably know this from a trivia standpoint, but up until a couple of years ago, our former governor was ambassador to Canada, and supposedly that really helped relations that Massachusetts and Canada was able to do a lot of dual cross-border
work.
Right.
Absolutely, and he's certainly a very recognizable figure in Canada, and made a big impression while he was there. And yeah, I would agree. He definitely increased things, particularly on the business side. Right now, you have David Jacobson, who's your ambassador in Canada. He's from Chicago, and a great choice as well. I think one of the things that I wanted to mention today is an initiative that we in the government call Beyond the Border. And this dates back to February of last year, where President Obama and Prime Minister Harper released their joint vision for the border. And the idea here is to look at the border and look at how we can better collaborate to increase security, but also to cut some of the red tape that cross-border business travels have experienced since 9/11. So we're pretty excited about this, and one of the main goals really is to make things more efficient for business travelers.
How have you done that in progressing to cut the red tape?
Well, anybody who's had that cross-border experience at Highgate Springs during the peak of traffic would say, wow, what do I do?
Exactly, yeah, and some of the things we're looking at, we have what we call trusted traveler programs. One of them is called the Nexus Card, which you can apply for if you're a frequent business traveler, and it makes your border cross much quicker and more efficient. There's Nexus
both ways.
Both ways, yes. And there's Nexus terminals at major airports, and there's Nexus lanes at the land borders. So one of the things we want to do is expand this program and increase its reach to more business travelers who have been experiencing delays at the border.
Can it work for personal travelers too?
Anyone can apply for a Nexus card. If you're crossing the border frequently, I think it would be worth looking into. There's an interview process because of the security implications, though.
I don't know if he'll survive security, but Jeff does a lot of business back and forth in Canada.
And look, my daughter's expecting to go to school in Canada next year. She'd be driving over the border repeatedly.
Well, perhaps it would be a useful tool for her then. But it is normally directed at business travelers because they're the ones who are crossing most frequently. Another thing we want to look at is single window inspection for cargo, whereby someone, a cargo shipper enters their data once rather than twice, and both countries can then share the information to try and reduce some of the wait times, and that affects supply chain costs.
Well, you think about it.